Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today because we're taking some of those crucial and, let's be honest, kind of tricky B1 plus English grammar and vocabulary rules, and we're going to make them completely intuitive. How? Well, by mapping them onto something we all experience, a typical day. Today's Explainer is a day-in-the-life journey. We're transforming abstract grammar into your everyday conversational toolkit. If you want to sound way more natural when chatting about your daily routines, your emotions, and your future plans, you are definitely in the right place. Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to follow the natural progression of a typical day. Number 1, the morning routine and personal care. 2, running errands and causatives. 3, dealing with the ups and downs using emotion idioms. And finally, number 4, planning the evening with future time clauses.
Part 1. Morning routine. Looking after yourself. So we start our day with specific actions, right? We brush our hair or teeth, shave with a razor, or maybe wear perfume and makeup. You know, we usually just think of wear for clothes, but in English, wear simply means to have literally anything on your body.
Now, there's a huge pitfall you'll want to avoid here. When we talk about changing our hair, we often use words that sound incredibly similar but mean completely different things. Straighten means to make wavy or curly hair flat and smooth. Do not, under any circumstances, confuse this with strengthen, which means to make something strong. If you're at the salon, you want to ask them to straighten your hair, not give your hair a workout. Let's run through a quick cheat sheet for hair vocabulary just to make this super clear. You dye your hair when the color changes, say going from gray to brown. You straighten it to make it flat. The exact opposite, of course, is to curl your hair, making straight hair wavy. But I really want you to focus on that last phrase, get a haircut. Why don't we just say cut a haircut? Well, usually we aren't cutting our own hair. We have someone else do it. And that leads us perfectly into the next part of our day.
Part 2. Running errands. Getting things done.
When we're out running errands, we're usually using what we call causatives. That's when we arrange for a professional to do a job for us. Think about it. You don't repair your own car. A mechanic does. You don't pierce your own ears. A professional does. So ponder this question for a second. Who actually cut your hair? If you just say to a friend, I cut my hair yesterday, what exact picture pops into their head? This brilliantly illustrates the massive difference a tiny change in sentence structure makes. Saying, I cut my hair literally means you stood in your bathroom with some scissors and chopped it off yourself. But saying, I had my hair cut means a professional hairdresser did the job for you. This is the causative form in action. You are causing the action to happen, but somebody else is doing the heavy lifting.
So how do we build this perfectly every single time? Well, here is your golden rule, your ultimate anchor. The thing comes first, and the V3, the past participle, comes last. Take the sentence, she had her car repaired. Her car is the thing, and repaired is the V3. If you accidentally mess up the order and say she had repaired her car, suddenly you're saying she put on a mechanic's suit and fixed the engine all by herself. No way.
Let's look at some common causative phrases you'll definitely use while running errands. You can get your ears pierced, have your nails done, or get a photo taken. Notice how you can use either get or have there. There's really almost no difference in meaning, though I will say get sounds just a little bit more casual and conversational. And the absolute best part, questions and negatives just follow normal English rules. You use do, does, did, or will. Like, where did you get your hair cut? The main causative pattern, thing, then V3, always stays exactly the same.
Part 3. Dealing with ups and downs. Emotion idioms.
As you're out running all those errands, unexpected things inevitably happen, right? Bad traffic, pouring rain, sudden cancellations. English uses idioms to describe these emotional reactions, and they sound so much more natural. Let's start with a worry that just kind of stays with you. The decision has been weighing on her for weeks. I absolutely love this idiom because it paints such a vivid physical picture. Weighing on someone isn't just a sudden feeling. It describes a problem or a tough choice that sits on your mind like a heavy physical weight over a long period of time. Now let's check out a couple of idioms that describe slowly building negative feelings, but with a really subtle difference. Get someone down means to make a person feel sad, low, and just lacking energy. Like, all this rain is getting me down. Notice the word order there. The person goes right in the middle, get me down. On the flip side, get to someone means someone or something is gradually starting to upset or annoy you. For example, his complaining is getting to me. It's that slow, creeping build of frustration. But, what happens when we completely lose control of those emotions? We've got explosive idioms for that too.
Break down usually means to suddenly lose control and start crying. Fall apart is even stronger. It means someone is so upset they literally can't cope with daily life anymore. And then there's sudden anger. Imagine you're at the airport and they suddenly announce your flight is canceled. A passenger might fly into a rage, meaning they suddenly become extremely angry, usually shouting and causing a scene.
So, to bring all these together, when you're trying to choose the right idiom, just ask yourself a super simple question. Is the feeling sad? Is it worried? Is it angry? Or is the person crying and not coping? Asking yourself that one simple question will instantly point you to the correct phrase, whether it's getting someone down or flying into a rage.
Part 4. Planning the evening, future time clauses. As we finally reach the end of the day, we start looking ahead to our future plans. And what's really fascinating here is how English actually treats the future. Think about the phrase, "I'll call you when I arrive," versus "I'll call you when I will arrive." Even though both parts of the sentence, the calling and the arriving, are technically happening in the future, English is highly efficient. It only marks the future once per sentence. The will clause does all the heavy lifting, which means the time clause gets to stay in the present.
So your final golden rule of the day to remember is simply this: will and when do not go together. After time words like when, after, before, as soon as, until, and even the word if, you absolutely must use the present simple. It's will wait until the rain stops, not until the rain will stop. As soon as she gets the results, she'll tell us, not as soon as she will get the results. And that brings us to the end of our day. We have covered a ton of ground here, from personal care verbs and the everyday magic of causatives to some highly expressive idioms and future time clauses. So I want to leave you with a question, and notice how I'm using our final grammar rule to ask it. As soon as this explainer finishes, which of these new phrases will you use first? Pick one, say it out loud, and make it your own. Thanks so much for joining me on the explainer, and keep practicing.